NYSE listed Adtalem Global Education announced that its nursing school, Chamberlain University, has partnered with Catholic Health System, SSM Health, to launch the Aspiring Nurse program. Well, this partnership, which both organizations say is a first of its kind in the country, is designed to fund nursing education, enhance clinical readiness, and create a pathway to employment across Missouri, Oklahoma, Illinois, and Wisconsin. And joining me now with more is Adtalem's Chair and CEO, Steve Beard. Steve, welcome.
Good morning. Great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And what more can you share with us about this news?
We're super excited about it. As you know, we're the largest nursing educator in the country. SSM is one of the largest healthcare providers in the country. And we think we've come up with an innovative model that allows them to get stickier, proprietary relationships with nursing talent. Students get tuition support, they get clinical training, and they get an opportunity for employment at SSM. And we think this will strengthen the pipeline of nursing into those 4 states where SSM operates.
And in your words, what makes this a unique, advantageous offering out there?
Well, we know one of the largest barriers to going to nursing school is the cost of attendance. So to the extent that employers can participate in that in a meaningful way, they incentivize more students to pursue the profession. So we're growing the pool of prospective nurses, and we're ensuring that employers who partner with us get a first whack at those prospective clinicians.
Such a critical step, I know, toward solving the national nursing shortage, as you mentioned there. How does it address the training and placement challenges at scale?
Yeah, so for starters, the students get exposure to the SSM clinical setting. They do their clinical hours as part of their program in those settings. They get to know the facility, they get to know the other practitioners, and so they're day one ready to participate in that environment when they get there. In addition, turnover for new nurses is extremely high, and because of the service commitments the students enter into, they have a stickier relationship with SSM, giving that provider a better opportunity to hold on to those clinicians.
I see that you've talked before about being the clinical workforce partner of choice. How does this program get you closer to that goal?
Yeah, so we've always been the largest producer of nurses. Now we get to work directly with employers to tailor programs and tailor the student experience to meet their specific needs. And that's what's really novel about this partnership.
So from a business perspective, how does this initiative align with the company's long-term growth strategy?
Well, we think being better, stronger partners with providers and employers is critical to our growth. It brings a larger number of students into our programs, and it also helps us to ensure that our nurses get a differentiated experience that's more advantageous and more attractive to employers. And that sets us apart from the competition.
What does that mean for your financial performance?
Well, I think it's an opportunity to grow our programs, to attract more people into our programs, because we're able to provide tuition assistance from the employer and a relationship with the employer that they don't have currently. So it does allow us to grow our nursing school programs across the country everywhere we have these partnerships.
We've been discussing here at Adtalem, obviously an NYSE listed company, public company.
That's right.
Recently reported your third quarter results showing a nearly 10% enrollment growth and strong earnings.
Yes.
So something obviously is working.
Yes.
What is behind that recent growth?
Well, I think our focus on healthcare is an important part of it. Our scale, as the only nationally scaled healthcare provider, healthcare educator in the country, has a big part to do with it. And we've really been focused on ensuring that our programs are market responsive to both students and the organizations that employ them. And so we're really pleased with the growth we've experienced.
I do want to talk about your partner Chamberlain a little bit here. It's had a large nationwide footprint.
Yeah.
How does that partnership build on and open the door for more scale across the country?
Yeah, so Chamberlain, 23 campuses today in 17 states, by far the largest nursing school in the country, but with a tremendous amount of room to grow. 17 states is only a small part of the country, and we look forward to expanding the Chamberlain footprint in a way that we can partner with more institutions like SSM.
Yeah. So if someone is watching this segment and they do want to take part, what's the best way for them to get involved?
Well, you can visit Chamberlain's website at chamberlain.edu. You can visit the Adtalem website at adtalem.com. We have 5 institutions, all healthcare focused. We have 2 medical schools, a veterinary medical school, one of the country's largest online universities, and we also have large programs in social work, psychology, and the behavioral sciences. So we cover the whole gamut of healthcare clinical professions. So any of our institutions are there to serve any students that aspire to be part of the future of healthcare.
How are you finding that market dynamics are impacting your company, if at all?
Well, look, I think we've got great secular demand trends for both the student side of the equation and the employer side of the equation. We're also operating at a time where higher education is having a bit of a credibility gap, and the fact that we're bringing market-responsive programs that are tied to employment opportunities gives us a unique lane in this time where there's a bit of skepticism about the value of a college degree.
And in terms of what's next, what more can you share with us?
Well, we'll be out with earnings on August 7th for our fourth quarter and full year. Look forward to that. And we'll have some further announcements about how we think about growing partnerships like the one we've announced today.
Interesting. So in terms of broadening the base, obviously this new partnership that you announced today does give you much more scale. Are there new verticals that you think could be advantageous for your company to move into?
Well, I think we can partner with providers beyond nursing. I think we have opportunities in the behavioral health area. I think we have opportunities even in medicine. Giving folks an opportunity to have a relationship with our medical students earlier in their academic journey. So we're exploring these sorts of partnerships across all of the large disciplines we take to market.
All right. Thank you so much for joining. Of course, Steve Beard, Chair and CEO at Adtalem, here in studio. Steve, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.